Hey fellow Texans, I'm James, and in the spirit of Texans helping Texans, I'm here to show you how to plant a container garden. So let's get started. First, you need your container. So one thing you want to make sure it has is drainage holes. That's one of the keys to your planting success. So the second is soil. The third being something that you're going to put at the bottom of your pot to make sure your pot doesn't get clogged and it still drains. You're going to have your plants, which are number 4, and 5 being the fertilizer over there. So let's get started, guys. So first, you take either rocks or stone or something small. In this case, we're using terracotta pieces. I broke a pot this morning, and so we're going to use that at the bottom of the pot. And they're just going to line the bottom. All you're trying to do is prevent the holes from getting clogged as you put the soil in. So once they have that in place, they're going to add their soil. So in this case, Ben's going to plant an herb garden, and Jay's going to plant a hanging basket. So one of the things that makes it super easy, especially when you're doing color, if you can find a hanging basket and your pot is about this size, instead of planting 3 plants that are small, just plant a hanging basket. It's quick, it's simple, and it's instant color. So it looks like it's been planted for a long time. Big win. So these guys have about 1/3 of the pot filled with soil. And so now what they're going to do is they're going to grab their plant material. So Benny's going to take about 3 of his herbs. Jay's getting his herb in his hanging basket here. We clip the little handles back, and now he's just going to flip it upside down. He's going to throw that away. Put that in there, and so you see when we put that in there, all of a sudden it looks like it's too low. So what he's going to do is grab some more soil real quick. Probably fill it up, probably about halfway. So what you want is the top of that plant being about 1 inch or 2 below the top of your ring. So then what he's going to do is fill the rest of that pot with soil. So that way when you water it, the water has somewhere to collect. It didn't just roll off the edge and everything and make a big mess. Benny's over here, he's kind of right along the same path. So one thing when you're picking your soil, what you don't want to do is buy a topsoil. Topsoil won't drain well and it doesn't have the nutrients you want. In this case, the guys are using New Earth top shelf potting soil. It's totally organic. Just happens to be packaged here in Texas. And so it's got the drainage, it's got the nutrients, it's got everything you need for this thing to be successful and grow like crazy. So they're filling up the rest of their container with soil, filling up all the gaps, and making sure it's good and packed in there. So you can kind of see it already starts to look almost like a full container. He's got, how many plants do you have in there, Ben? 3? Keep pulling that little guy out. Jay, you got some more space over here. Good, guys. So a couple things to think about whenever you're planting. If it's a super shady spot, you can plant something like a fern hanging basket. You can plant, we've got a ficus lorado over here, super popular right now. So if you have a patio that doesn't get any sun, you probably wouldn't be able to do herbs, you may not be able to do hanging baskets. So those are great options. In ficus case, it would work indoors. So it'll work on your patio and is a huge win. And if you planted this big guy in that container, it's gonna look huge and full right off the bat. So Benny's gonna fill up a little bit more dirt around the sides here. Fluff that sucker going. A little bit more right over there. A little bit more right here. Right. We're looking good there. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take some fertilizer, and it's just going to be a little bit. So what we use, this is what I use in my yard. It's the Texas Backyard Organic Fertilizer. So it's totally organic, so you can use it on herbs, you can use it on veggies, you can use it on pretty much anything. So we're just going to get a little bit here and sprinkle it in the middle and on the sides. Doesn't take a lot, probably like a teaspoon, tablespoon, and you can't overdo it, so you're not going to burn anything with this container. So the good thing, like I said, you can use that on your lawn, you can use it on herbs, you can use it on veggies, so anything that's edible. And then of course blooming colors, it works amazing. So this is a super simple project. It's quick and can be extremely inexpensive. I mean, whether you have containers or you're at HEB and you're picking out other containers, the big thing is don't overthink this project. Have fun with it. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to use the hashtag Texans Helping Texans and to tag us at HEB when you try your container gardening tricks at home.